Here's the awkward part of the day. What's live or not? Is that stream live? Mumble off to the side. Oh yeah, live. We're going live. Uh, yeah, that's probably straight, even, ish. Redid the layout. Everything got redid once again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am Jay Bossert, your local misalignment specialist, and welcome to on the next episode. We may have made a thing, right? Our next episode, very professional today. Speaking about professionalism, we'll bring it up now. Actually, in the stream, I broke an HDMI cable like minutes ago. Like the monitor slash TV that I'm seeing now, I wasn't seeing. When I knocked the computer off the table by pulling the fan, which is attached to the camera, which is attached to, yeah. You don't have a fan that mounts your digital setup there? Everyone should have a fan mounted their digital setup there. Right. All right, without further ado, we only have 12 minutes or so until I tell everyone to go away. That's part of the episode today. I only want everyone to watch half of it live. Everybody else can watch it. Dead's not the live to tape. Not dead. Rerun. Whatever. All right, let's get right into the questions that hopefully I'll be able to read them all. I might need my phone to see. Some of the handwriting is atrocious. It was done very last second. Why does somebody bothered by lights and sound go somewhere with more lights and sound? That's a very good question that was brought up last episode, and it has to do with connections, right? Like once again, there's no such thing as like a well lived life in solitude. It's all about the other people. And right now, this live stream, yeah, not gonna lie, very very nerve wracking. A little anxious, that my HDMI cable broke. I dialed in early to make sure the stream was working, and it was. And then I clicked not do that, and then I clicked something else, and then I tried to click in again to be on the live stream. It was late. So, okay, good. Yes, everyone say hi while Shelby and Max are getting ready. Once again, that is the Superior live stream. That's going to be 6 p.m. New York time. So only watch me for 10 more minutes. And that's why to go to places with the lights and sound is for the connections, the people. Life's going to be awkward. We want to, once again, live within our comfort zones, right? But always try to expand said comfort zones. Vince T had a very important question last week. This is something that we've been trying to get to the bottom of for months now as a society. What the Sigma? Very good question. It's all messed up now. Once again, I feel like everything's out of balances. Perfect balance would maybe be 80% to 20%. 80% of the population would have 20% of the wealth. We'd be fine with that. That's mathematically resonating with all the fractals of the universe. This 99% then the have-nots and the haves and Mr. Musk trying to get to the Mars or whatever. I don't know. A little messed up. We'll speed run through these questions once again. We'll slow down once the better live stream is going to go live. But right now, I feel like I'm going to entertain y'all. So we're going to get to these questions. Very important question once again from last episode. Do you know you can fit a horse into a pinto? Well, yeah, of course I knew that. I'm Jay Bossert, misalignment specialist. I definitely know about horse physics and all pinto physics. Once again, there's a very strong overlap. You can fit a horse right into a pinto. I made a collage about it once, which is very just a couple pictured, not much of a collage. But yeah, that was a good thing. So once again, gonna power along. Any questions that will be asked this stream, feel free to ask questions. We will definitely get to them next episode. On the next episode. Very good to be able to point to that. Should have taped it there a long time ago. Why do they have me back to back? Was the question. And funny story, fam. I thought I was doing back-to-back karaoke events on Friday and Saturday because that's what the establishment said. You know, they reserve the right to change their mind. I guess it wasn't going to be so busy or whatever it may be. I was already in transit. I got very cranky. But once again, if it wasn't for my friends talking me off that cliff, I'd still be a cranky man. I'm cranky a lot. It's bad. It's a synapse. We practice being cranky in life. So when bad news happens, we treat it like the worst news because we're cranky. We're like, oh no, something didn't go my way. Well, guess what? It's life. A lot of things ain't gonna go my way. Let's shuffle some of these cards here. I feel there's too much order, not enough randomness. We only have once again, not 8 minutes until this stream ends. 8 minutes until a better stream begins. So we want to make sure we recognize that. I'm gonna see all about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that for a split second. Max Langley on the LinkedIn's here. Once again, one of the reasons that I do lives is because that man does lives. You know, everyone should be doing live. Well, everyone should watch my life first and try to schedule. There should be no scheduling conflicts. I should say my episodes in advance. I don't. I plan them bad. I have an idea when I want to do them, and someone else takes the same slot. You know, we both wanted 6 p.m. New York time. Everyone measures New York time. You said it on stream yesterday. I'm pretty sure. He said 6 p.m. New York time. I'm getting a makeover. Shelby's gonna be here. And yeah, I didn't like it. I'm like, no, it's my time. So now we're doing a time conflict sandwich. Very good. Very good indeed. Can I read half of these words? Yes, I can. I wrote on bigger. Well, wait. No, I can't. I could read all of these words. So wait, is a square a rectangle? Rectangle's a square. That might have to get Bradley. Bradley, if I could read all of the words, is that also grammatically speaking reading half of the words? Or am I reading too many words? You know, is it technically also correct? Because I am reading half. Like I said, like a glass is not half empty or half full. It's all full. And it's not a vacuum in there. You know, it's half full of liquids, it's half full of air. Glass is always full. Life lesson right there, fam. Glass, always full. Alrighty, once again, we have roughly 7 minutes left until a better live stream occurs. That's why we don't have as many cards going on today. Also, I wasn't getting any as many in real life questions, but I could ask myself a question, and I might have a surprise or two scheduled. Kelly's in the live stream now. Yes, we were planning this whole live stream around that woman's availability. Once again, you should only have me for 6 more minutes. I'm still gonna be here. I'm sending you all away to a better live stream. What? Jeez, what the? Who writes these things? Oh, Vance had a question. Vance T. Uh, Jay, would you rather have one tapeworm or double it and give it to the next person? OMG, that's a good question. That has been a question that's been passed around on LinkedIn in the community. Once again, I'm a part of a larger community. I'm just some dude, but you know, find your own community. Find the people that like feel like you do. It might be the same people that feel like I do. Once again, it is a community. There's going to be a large overlap, but not everyone's cup of tea is everyone's cup of tea. But Vince T over here, I'll take the tapeworm, and I'm gonna double it and take those two tapeworms as well. Yeah, true talk. I feel like I did have a J meme. Once again, there's a lot of trauma J memes out there, perhaps on the LinkedIn that involved, I believe, tapeworms. I was a sick kid once. I had a couple little wormy boys. I lost a lot of weight, and everyone told me I looked so handsome, so pretty looking. You know, you look so good. You're so thin. And you know, a couple decades later, still have the body dysmorphia. You know, would do again. 10 out of 10 tapeworms for that experience. It's very good. No other question, which is good because we once again we have 5 minutes, everyone, till a better live stream occurs. 5 minutes. Who's in charge here? Is the question. Who is in charge here? I think Bradley's in charge. Well, until I fire him. I'm probably gonna fire Bradley, right? Isn't that the? Do we have a question about that? No, we do have 5. Jeez, we gotta market things better. Tape, tape. Don't worry, I'm not. Tape isn't gonna fire Bradley, fans. Do not worry. Once again, for people that like to hear weird sounds in their earphones, I agree with you. We're gonna tape things now. Okay. Where's my head is here, so roughly if I put it there, that should suffice. Just gonna put it over the wire. Once again, that's Hopefully that will work. Whatever. That's fine. Everything's fine. Nobody panic. Everybody picnic. It's a lot tastier. There is a delay, so it might not work. But if we do get it to work, um, yeah, just thinking about it, just watching me on delay will freeze and it will, yeah, cool. If I watch myself, watch pot never boils over. We're here because Kelly Boyden. And there's now a QR code for Max and Shelby's better live stream behind me over here, in case you didn't know what that was. So if anyone's watching this on their computer and wants a better live stream to start playing on their phone in 2 minutes, I would do my due diligence and scan that QR. Maybe putting it off of a wire. That's probably not a good idea, right? Jeez. No, yeah, maybe. And then if I move over, flatten it out. All right, so if I slide over, perhaps. No, no. Oh, we're gonna mess with this more. No, no, back. It's once again. They shouldn't have took my spot. Now we have to advertise for them. That's the appropriate thing to do. If somebody else gets dibs on that spot, you can't. Okay, that's the perfect location according to the delay. That is the QR for the better live stream. And since we do have 2 minutes left of this one before I send everyone away, I lost my cards. Found the tape. You got this cards. There was another stack of questions. Huh. Huh. Ah. Technical difficulties left and right. Don't know where to put the QR code. Lost the card. Let's do one more question before we send everyone away to the better live stream. Who is Jen Durden? That's a solid question. There's not a very good answer to that. It's short for Jennifer Durden, but not as short enough for Jen Dur, which she likes to go by. Said some kind of gender joke. Some YouTube accounts is post these. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, you should know who Jen Durden is because I think she's the gal who posts this on YouTube for us. Bradley and I have a person that does the YouTubings, and yeah, that's what happens there. It might be a Fight Club reference. Once again, I'm not here to spoil Fight Club. You can't talk about it. I could sing about it. Fight Club the musical would be the sweetest revenge on that man. Oh, almost 6 p.m. New York time. Should we count down? Like it's some kind of disco thing going on over here? Should I shine? No, should not shine the light in the camera. Ooh, might need the light though. Once again, I have been waiting for this moment my whole life. Hopefully, there's a YouTube link for it. I was trying to get somebody to show me a YouTube link for this. I'm gonna say refresh. Might work out. No? All right. Well, I was really trying to see if I could subscribe to the Chit Chat Show on YouTube and view the channel. If perhaps the makeover that Max is getting from Shelby would be live. I could scan this QR code once again. Everybody at 6 p.m. If you are still watching me, somehow get to the QR code or just go to the better chat. Once again, there is somebody getting their makeup done live right now that I really want to watch. And I wanted to listen, perhaps. It might break the internet, but at some point in a minute or two or three, I'm going to try to dial into my phone and listen to the competition's live stream to see, the better live stream. Okay. Well, we could talk about this card, I guess, slow. We have 30 minutes to basically waste time and not be as entertaining. So once again, to the to people, my counter went away. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anymore how many people are watching. I think we froze or lagged. Whatever. So the question is, money for nothing and chicks are free. Well, I got some dire straits happening here, I guess. Money for nothing and chicks for free was the question. Yeah, I guess took an IQ test when I was a little kid, and I might as well should have said that. I said I wanted to do nothing when I grew up. And what do you want to do when you grow up? And I'm like, nothing. I'm like, no, you don't get it. You can be anything, a doctor, like a lawyer, a rocket scientist. I don't know what words they said. You can do anything you want to be when you grow up. And I said, nothing. And like, you don't understand, kid. You could do anything you want. I'm like, no, you don't understand, adults. If I'm really that smart, I'll be able to do nothing, and people would just give me money for being me. And then, of course, with it comes the chicks, dire straits. Overhearing something at, I believe it was a show, not a show, music store. Guy there in the music store pointing at the televisions, talking about the money for nothing and chicks for free. Little did they know there was it Mark? I don't know how to say his last name. That is something that we should get to later. His names. Maybe we'll play some music. That's not a question. That didn't count. It's like in chess. I didn't take my finger off the piece, so it doesn't count. I wonder how loud this is. I got the inferior live. I got the inferior live. Don't get my makeup done tonight. I got the inferior Lincoln Live. Max and Shelby didn't tell me in time. Yeah, no, I haven't practiced the ukulele in quite some time. I haven't played. Good thing I have a fourth dimensional instrument. Once again, all things in the fourth dimension, I've been told on camera, just look like Hello Kitty merch. But that's fine. Once again, we're okay with that. We gotta adjust accordingly. Oh, it's been almost 5 minutes since we said it last. I believe, once again, there is a QR barcode for Max and Shelby's better live stream right here. So I want to point that out once again during this live stream that I don't have much material planned, and that is the better material. It's a man getting a live makeup done. That you can't just do that. That's crazy. All right, so we got my fourth dimensional instrument here. We'll try to play that song again. Oh yeah, no, it's making a racket over here. I got the inferior live. I'm not getting makeup done tonight. I got the inferior LinkedIn live. I got the inferior LinkedIn live. I got the inferior live. Well, the good news is, since it wasn't a real song, there wasn't any copyright issues. The bad news is it wasn't a real song, so there wasn't any redeeming qualities. All right, good. That was great. Um, got the tape again. Ow! All right. Let's make sure everyone knows who's in charge here. Okay, let's get the questions. All right, here we go. It should be almost where it wants to be. In case we didn't know who I was, I'm Jay, Misalignment Specialist. Well, you got a couple more cards to do until hopefully 25 minutes from now, everyone's gonna come back. If not, I did send everyone away. I was not wise on the live stream, but I did try to send everyone away. Oh, that is the best question to ask because we were just talking about it, fam. Can I put copyrighted material on LinkedIn? Probably not. I mean, like everyone does to an extent. Like I make some memes or arts or whatever that takes copyrighted material out of context too and puts our own words or spin to it, almost like it's liable. I don't know if it is. Can you liable the Simpsons? They did everything. Simpsons did it. But yeah, can I put copyrighted material on LinkedIn? Depends, I'm sure. The course, how popular of like the original source material is, what kind of message it's sending. If you put in maybe some Mickey Mouse Disney stuff that Disney's very protected of their stuff there. Oh boy, you can, oh, well, trying to sue you, says the mouse. I don't know if the mouse would say that, but Mickey's litigious. So yeah, you could probably put the copyrighted material on LinkedIn, but I probably can't pronounce it. Ah, great time. Also, this couch is definitely eating me. I know sometimes in stream people like to do the posture check, and I salute. I also try to peel my face off and do the imposter check. Make sure I'm not a pod person. Yeah, that messed up the hair and face. Just wonder why I get acne. What, Jay? Why's your face so dirty and pimply? What happened there? Well, geez, I kept doing the bit where I was rubbing the grease from my hands on my face. You shouldn't do that. You're such a pretty face without the pimples. Yeah, well, that's what happens. I told everyone to go over to the makeover episode over there. Once again, the QR code, it's been less than 5 minutes, but Max and Shelby have a better live stream than what Jay's got going on here on the next episode. So that's making sense. Not too much sense, but we're getting there. Yeah, really didn't write down as many questions as we should have, but we will slowly get through this, even if we need to play another nonsense song. Oh, by the way, this was Luke. By the way, I don't know if we shouted it out. There's a name that we gave him the other day. This is Luke. Luke is the uke. If you don't look at Luke. Look at Luke. Look at Luke. Look. Okay, once again, there is a better live stream than me taking my ukulele and putting it right into the camera. Max and Shelby. Shelby is going to see a concert around Max's land over there. Max actually owns all of Texas. He's a famous comedian slash comedy lawyer slash real lawyer, and he has money in Chitcoin, I was told. So he owns all of Texas, and Shelby is his friend and is going to Texas for a concert. And since Max owns it, she has to stop by the castle that he owns and put makeup on his face, is what has to happen there. So yeah, that's a true story that the way I remember it. So we're just gonna continue now while I look for other cards and other plates and other no I left myself some notes and cards and plates and things to write on all over the place, all willy-nilly. And I've lost a touch of class. We're gonna have to go get that without might knock over the computer or break another HDMI cable. Yeah, you're gonna have to get it. All right. Yeah, we went to go get a card, but once again, we found another piece of that HDMI cable earlier. Technical difficulties are not enough for this misalignment specialist. Once again, we wanted to have real life difficulties on top. I do label myself a cortisol addict sometimes there. It's like life isn't lifey enough. I'm gonna make it much more difficult for no reason. It's much more. Because I have a touch of class. Oh, a touch of class. Yeah, is that in the right frame? Dingle dangle dangle dingle dingle dangle dangle dingle in the right frame. Going insane. Live stream. All right, that was bad. So yeah, the touch of class thing, that's once again a picture of young Jay, I think under the weather during Halloween, dressed as the Crow, but not really, because he has a Grateful Dead shirt on. Yep. Okay, and we found this touch of class thing when we were Macklemore, not Mackles. Once again, that was a previous live stream. We talked about thrift shopping, what happens, try to save some money, and sometimes you'll find the darndest things like in it was another picture frame. It's not actually like that worth anything. It's probably some sentimental value. Like there was a picture that came with it that I'm not showing that in the live stream. Keeping it feels weird, but throwing away someone else's stuff is weird. It's just a lose-lose situation for everyone. But once again, a touch of class right here. Jay Bossert, misalignment specialist, doing it for a long time. That's right, slow gaming it. Misalignment for the win. So that was great. It was great to have to just once again. There is a better live stream that is currently happening right now. Max and Shelby's. Scan the QR code for it. It should work. If not, Bradley's fired. Maybe we should move the QR closer. We are 12 minutes into a better live stream. I'll try to hold it steady, still where I think the camera wants to be. The other way, like there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Better live stream. Okay. So yeah, no, as punishment now for no reason, we have to try to read another card with the QR affixed to my forehead or something. Well, yep, I can't see good the words anyways. I'm gonna try to see the phone to hopefully I got an itch. Alright. So we're gonna have the light on the phone to point downward and try to look at this angle through like the slits of the bottom where my nose is and read and okay. Can I listen to me while driving? Whew, that's a great question that I just had. Hopefully, oh, geez, guys, if you were trying to scan the QR code that to fix to my forehead, I'm sorry. Try again. I didn't mean to dangle a card in front of your face. But yeah, can I, listen to me while driving? Yeah, of course. I'm on LinkedIn Live, and I think Jennifer Durden, who we're all acquainted with now, is obviously going to take, this live stream here and put it on YouTube's after the fact. I might be watching it. And I thought the game plan over the weekend was, I'm going to listen to myself while driving. It's going to put me at ease. I'm a funny, funny man. I objectively think this is funny. It sounds funny. It looks funny. It feels funny. It's great. So yeah, I could listen to me while driving, but I like to sing. Oh, I like to sing and drive, even if I'm a sad man. We're trying to normalize crying and driving, normalize singing, crying and driving, normalize rainbows while singing, crying and driving. Once again, that was a beautiful picture that happened, and I wasn't listening to me then. I never listen to me. I give myself very good advice, but I rarely, seldomly follow it. Alice in Wonderland quote. Okay, we can take off the barcode now if we did an Alice in Wonderland quote I heard and put it back. Hopefully over here for a little bit. Well, once again, that is for Max and Shelby's better live stream. If you are not familiar with them, you should get familiar with them. They are a part of the Lincoln community doing great things today. So we're going to slow our roll a little bit. We're going to shuffle the cards. We don't have as many cards left. Once again, I was preparing for today and was going to ask people more questions, but realized I was going to drive people away and I spend a lot of time telling people to go bye-bye. So that's good. It's a good thing. Okay, another question. That's harder to read. That's actually a good optical illusion that I never knew until then. So I, misalignment specialist Jay Bossert here, spent my time looking like this. I don't know if you could see what I'm doing here. Looks, yeah, bad. So I had to show that face on stream. I was trying not to. I had a barcode on my forehead. I was trying to look downward at these words. Quite difficult. Yeah, not fun. I did not like it. So now when I'm looking at words normally, it's harder to do. Also, the words are black, written on black and white, because part of the bit is I write on cards. Not a good idea. Shouldn't be writing on cards, but I am. So consistency is good. See this one through. It's a bad idea, and I'm gonna see it follow it through. Like I with the fan running up here. There's a fan. You're like, Why does Jay sound like a robot the entire live stream? That is so weird. I do not know what is going on. Well, it's the fan. The fan makes me a robot, not me. I don't sound robotic. No, okay. Side note, real quick, while we're not answering questions, and hopefully no one is watching this live. Once again, there is a better live stream happening. But for me, for Bradley, for anyone in the past, present, future, the past would be weird. Anyone in the past watching this live stream, by the way? Whoa, so weird. Yeah, we had one person actually watching from the past. They just told me it was weird. Um. Oh, there was a point to the story though. There was a point to the story. Forgot. Maybe I'll remember later. But there was a point that the past, the present, and the future, me's were doing something that was important. Okay. Next question: is that what I look like now? Is that what I look like now? So yeah, I'm watching me kind of sort of live over there in the corner from the actually OBS studio. Once again, not sponsored. Works great for LinkedIn Lives. Everyone is telling me, don't use LinkedIn Lives and OBS studios in conjunction with each other. It won't work good. And the most technical difficulties I had today was when my computer fell over and I broke an HDMI cable. Not OBS Studio, it's fault. It was my fault. So there, I'm the problem. I'm Marina Shafir. I'm professional wrestler Marina Shafir. Question mark? That means I get Roderick Strong. I could see him shouting my name, like, Jay! And you see all shouty because that's his gimmick sometimes. It doesn't sound as good. My dad, maybe Jason? Jason! Yeah, sounds weird. All right. So, is that what I look like now? Well, yeah, I look exactly like Marina Shafir in chat. I've been told. If no one who knows who that is, that once again is the problem, and nothing but sweetheart. I don't think she's a problem at all. Anyone who's able to professionally wrestle, not in footwear, is just knowing what they're doing. Once again, to have the trust of professional athletes and just the referees and just take good care of oneself and be able to fight and to win and not have shoes. You shoes, you lose. That's what I always like to say. So is that what I look like now? I'm not wearing shoes either. Yeah. So that's I didn't plan that, but if I wasn't Marina Shafir, I'd have shoes on right now. So I look exactly like her. We both have two eyes, a nose, mouth. Marina and I both have mouths. Skin. Yeah, practically twins. Fits the criteria. I mean, like in a lineup, I feel depends what crime they're trying to pin me for. But yeah, I feel like or her for her for her for. All right, once again, it's been a little bit since we said it. In case we have forgotten, fam, there is a better live stream happening currently. Let's see if we can try to center that a little bit there. Oh, it's too close. That makes it bad. Okay, try to hold it here. I'll get nice and close to the camera. And as punishment, my shoulder and elbow are gonna hurt a little bit. Once again, it is bad form to make a live stream when your friends, your connections, the people that you cheer on daily make a live stream, is it not? This should not be happening now. So I want everyone to know that that is on record the better live stream. I will have to go out of my way and watch it afterwards. It's not really a question yet. Oh, geez, I want to try to hold this, try to refresh my YouTube. I really want to go. There's 10 minutes left. Let's put the QR code down. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this here, and hopefully doing it on my phone doesn't cause some bad Majuju gumbo. But if so, okay, this is good. We have a question that's a legit question. Are we having technical difficulties? So, as Jay Bossert, misalignment specialist, we're gonna put the QR code back up here. I'm gonna try to see if I could go and scan that QR code with my phone and dial into the better live stream and listen to them for a tiny bit while I'm on this live stream. I don't know if that's been done before. Has that been a first on LinkedIn? Has somebody ever tried to advertise a different live stream on a live stream, hashtag not affiliated, by the way. No one has told me to do this. It just seemed like what the moment wanted. And then during that said live stream, try to go and scan in. Okay, good. We're on the camera here. So, see with the shadows. Come on. Is this what anyone tried to actually use my barcode's been having tough time? All right, we'll try to get up. Okay. Get a better live stream. Okay, come on. Yeah? No? Uh, let's try to see if we can do this in real time. Pain in my. There we go. That should work. Yep. Okay. Oh, I know. I dropped some cards on the ground. Okay. Oh, they're talking about a pretty princess. I don't think I could show someone else's LinkedIn Live on my LinkedIn Live. That would cross the line. But I am watching a pretty princess. Oh, it's so good. This is once again the superior live stream happening over here, and I'm gonna try to yes, once again. I'm gonna try to ramble. It's not even good rambling. I'm trying to find the word princess, is what I'm trying to do. I want to put a princess emoji, pretty princess. I want to put some eyes, the whatever. This is great. All right, we'll turn this down. Yeah, we got 8 minutes of that. Turn it back up. Yeah, as punishment once again for my live stream being planned during another live stream, I'm gonna have to hear some of their live stream while answering um the next question. I did this question already. I think I lost some of the questions. Okay. Okay. I don't think I did this question yet. This one I did. I definitely lost. Okay, good. We did not do this question already. Once again, I have a far superior live stream going on in my ear. That's the QR code for it there, which I have gotten into. I can show a quick second. Oh, it's the live stream I'm listening to. That's not this live stream. And the question is, how do you pronounce your name? Well, and in the OMG, and in the other live stream, they're asking how do you spell entertainment almost the same time. Um, I think it's the same. I think your name is spelt entertainment. That's ENT. Oh no, too much. It is too much. I lost the spelling bee. The spelling bee is in the I of the be older, and I'm gonna chime in once again. Right, we're gonna say right. There is a better live stream happening that is distracting me. The question is supposed to be how to pronounce your name, and I'd say Jay or hey. Yeah, hey would work. Once again, I do reference this often. There is a great Hispanic community. I've heard Hasten a bunch of times. That's okay. You know, once different strokes for different folks. The letter J didn't even exist in biblical times, so that's weird. There's a man that has a J in his name, but J wasn't a letter. So I'm not a letter. I don't think you could pronounce it. I'm like Prince. I'm a symbol. The symbol. The symbol of that. And I think that was Pooja said it over there. That said like we had her in the chat and she asked a question. I was like, is it Pooja? And I'd say it like half jokingly, but then if somebody doesn't know me yet, they don't know I'm joking. Like, who is this guy that doesn't know how to pronounce names? And I'm like, well, misalignment specialist, getting very distracted, listening to a far superior live stream currently. Yes, we should definitely keep the makeup for Max's show is the question that once again, better live stream happening currently. And I want on the record during this live stream that there was a question asked during that live stream. And I think on a technicality, if it's on a different stream, I can answer it now during this stream. I know I say all questions should happen before the show, but the fact that they're asking it in another stream, I think supersedes that. And yes, Max should keep his makeup on that he's getting during this live stream on during his live stream later. So that is a very good, important thing. While I'm looking for those cards, I might have to pick up that ukulele again. And got, oh no, it's stuck on a blanket. I got the inferior live stream. I got the inferior live stream. My own thoughts are so mean. Inferior live stream. Okay. That was a good musical interlude. Once again, I don't play the instrument well. I can't sing and play at the same time. I'm out of tune. I'm out of time. I'm out of everything. But that's what the audience wants. The audience that I sent away, and I think I broke my chat. Like once again, something happened. I There's a scroll down button. I haven't been scrolling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna like the things. Hopefully, there's more questions in the chat later. I'm I'm gonna try to get everyone back here. Take a quick little peek. All right. All right. All right. This is great. This is great indeed. Okay. So once again, I might have lost a couple questions. That's a blank card, blank card, blank card. These questions, by the way, we'll talk about that for a minute, are on the back of these prayer cards. So at some point in time, I might have to go and take a question in a previous future episode and correspond it with the appropriate prayer card to pray on a particular topic, because that was one of the probability laws. So yeah, we have a couple prayer cards that were not written on. So by the laws of probability, they are more rare. So now if we have four cards left here, we're gonna pull out one of the cards and we'll read the prayer that corresponds with the card that we pulled out probability wise on the prayer card that is not written on. But before that, we just want to say we have 1 minute left, allegedly, of Max and Shelby's better live stream where they're doing a live makeover. Um, so let's see. Okay, it's still happening over there. Once again, it looks like it's not finished yet. We got allegedly a minute. I'm gonna turn them down a little bit. While it's time to pray. We have a card here, a prayer card, and it says, "You are the light of the world." Matthew 5:14. That's a very good point that Matthew had. I think the apostles that we had today were Luke the ukulele, Mark the marker. I think was on the one of the promotional materials for this, so that's very good. But yeah, Matthew wasn't present, huh? Matthew's not present today. Matthew's hopefully doing very well somewhere else. We'll just say. We're not going to get into much into that on live stream, but it makes sense for a reason. And the light of the world, yeah, I feel that's the way that light works. But energies are very mysterious. You're not maybe the light of all the worlds, maybe the light of this world. Maybe you have the light that is for a loved one. You're the light of a significant other's life. You're a light of maybe a child's life, the light, maybe a parent's life, light of some strangers. We talk about celebrities sometimes on the show, probably to the misfortune of certain celebrities. Sorry. No, I'm behaving today. I'm trying to be good. But like we give light to people, we give inspiration, we give hope. And being the light of somebody else's world, I feel like this is the best question that we've done the whole episode. Um, so yeah, the fact that you're the light of the world makes a lot of sense Once again, I feel like we shouldn't even be showing these pictures of the flowers and doodles on these cards because yeah, I feel like that's inappropriate. Um, Pick a color. They're playing pick a color on the other live stream. Pick a color on the other live stream. What are they doing with the words in my ear now? Okay, yes. Once again, Max and Shelby are running long, which is great. Once again, for this live stream here, that didn't prepare enough material besides jokingly pointing out the better live stream often. So I'm going to try to hold that in place. Once again, there is a man getting makeup made over right now in Texas. He's laughing. He's having a good time. He's laughing in my ear. Well, there's a delay. He might have been laughing 30 seconds ago, maybe a minute ago. Okay. So that's good. We have a few more questions. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, maybe some repeat questions. I lost some of the questions today. I legit lost some questions. Broken HDMI cable, listening to a competitor's live stream in my ear, which is great. I don't think I did this question already. Kelly B wants to know, are capital R, you capital U, giving out burritos? Kelly B wants to know, are you giving out the burritos? No, I don't have much money to be giving out anything. I mean, if there's a surplus of burritos that I'm given, I am all about the trickle down burrito system. I will definitely give the burritos down. Oh, Timu's texting me, guys. Oh, geez. Oh no, there's things I'm hearing in my ear that I don't know if I could repeat on this stream. That's a secret for that stream. So yeah, no, I'm not giving out any burritos. I think there was a Pop Tart, sorry, generic toaster pastry in my pocket last live stream that I revealed to all at the end that I was happy to see you guys, and there was a generic toaster pastry going on at the same time. So that was good. No, what happened to the Audible and the other live stream? Did they end? Oh, they're back. Okay. Okay, well that's distracting. Once again, never plan a live stream during another live stream that you actually want to watch. It's not the best idea. I might as well be giving out burritos with no money because once again, counterproductive of both things. So yes, it's a mathematical equation like x implies y as like t implies z, or I don't know what the letters. So one of them's like implying that I have no money and I'm giving out burritos, and the other one's implying that there's a superior live stream happening that I want to watch, and I'm trying to do mine, and it's very distracting. Anyone who's tuning in for this episode or watching it after the fact, the struggle is real. I don't know. You got the FOMO. There's only a certain time is finite on this realm. There's only a certain amount of things that we could do in a certain amount of time. We can't do them all. A lot of people put all their eggs in one basket. I like to do that too, but sometimes it's nice to diversify the eggs in different places. But let them grow. It's not all about scrambling them and eating delicious scrambled eggs with bacon on top of croissants. La croissant is on the table. Oui. My French is limited, and my burritos are more limited. All right, that's all the questions that I didn't lose. I lost some questions. Um, you know what? I'm gonna do this one more time. But they are running behind schedule, I think. Once again, there is a better live stream that is happening now. That's running a little late. This person is getting makeup done on their live stream. Um, but I guess it's the right thing to do. To also advertise, not sponsored, that hopefully Max will stay. Sorry, tape. Oh yeah, the tape sounds okay. Good. All right, hopefully Max will stay makeup because later he has another live stream. Actually, we should be advertising too. Stick that up here. Okay, that's in camera view, maybe? No? Okay. Really gotta cut it close here. Early. Okay. I think that's working. Yeah, probably, maybe. Okay, good. So once again, for all those that are watching LinkedIn Lives on the other peoples, which is fine, I would too if I was you. We have this live stream that's still going here. That's better with the gentleman getting their makeup getting done, and then this one here tonight, which I'm really gonna politic for, where I hope that gentleman stays in the makeup good, and the delay is very delay, and the past me has moved the picture over so the QR is right where it wants to go. It's a really nice place for a QR, actually. Um, yeah, okay. So Timu wants things from me. My Samsung account wants things from me. Once again, anyone that's chiming in, I want to, explain the format once again for anyone that is foolish enough to be watching me during a better, superior live stream. That I'm Jay Bossert, misalignment specialist. All questions must be done beforehand, and if they're done during, will be answered on the next episode. Wow, I never realized how chat really messed up. I mean, the distortion on the face on this one, if we could see, we might not be able to because the internet's very internety. There's some distortion of the ink right here, which is not chat's fault, but my mug's handle's broken, so I don't know. I guess I could try to do that. I really want to do what the picture's doing without. No, it's not gonna work. It's see that? Try to figure it out there, and I'm just fingering it out there. It's not. They're coming right out. It's not right. Yeah, we had a lot of good material planned today. Um, Also, if you want to be on this live stream, get with Bradley B, my producer. Shout out to Bradley. He's always on the internet. The man sleeps like negative 10 hours a day and is just networking on the internet. Once again, if you have a project that you need someone to do, he's probably we're already working on it. I that's the crazy thing. There was like a question I think during episode one. He was like, "Can I help you with some?" And it was already done. I was like, "Can?" And yeah, I guess if he was like, "Yeah, no, I did that for you." The only thing he's not doing is that big pile of laundry, which I'm very tempted to show on live stream because it's blocking off half my TV monitor. The way that I have my laundry basket's not supposed to be stacked that high. It's stacking up the wall over there. It's going crazy. It's crazy. I almost want to put dirty socks on my hands and talk to them. That reminded me of something. Okay, good. We have 6 minutes left. Once again, I think there's still a superior live stream happening over here that my phone keeps cutting out that I was trying to listen to their live stream during my live stream. I might be able to catch a tail end of it. Because once again, that's what I want. I want to see that. Um, but it brought up a very good point. I was working on this movie screenplay earlier this year. Trying to talk into the microphone and look into the camera at the same time. It's very hard with this up. Just look at this. That's a better place for me to hide from you. Ah, sorry, bad idea. Yeah, no. So I was working on the screenplay earlier this year, and I got like way too much into it. Like even the chat that was helping me, Chat GPT, there was like, hey Jason, you have enough images and pictures and words for the screenplay. You also have a get the soundtrack and everything's done and casting and too many words. Start editing them." And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep writing. And probably wrote in between like a quarter of a million words and a third of a million words. And I wish I was rounding down. But I did like edit and delete some. Bradley B right now is in possession of said screenplay, which I did try to give to an unnamed celebrity in the atrocious form it's in. So apologies for that if you are watching. You know who you are. Or you don't know who you are. Who can't sing that on stream? We'll get demonetized, and they're not even giving us money. So once again, yes, the point of the story. So I was writing the screenplay, and in it, there's a monkey plush that spoiler alert for a thing that if you're ever watching, you should be a fan of. If you're a fan of the movie in the future, you might already be a fan of this podcast in the now. So yeah, the monkey plush that like looks benign and doesn't do much the whole movie speaks in the end, but it can only be audible in the subtitles of the movie, allegedly, is what I wanted to do. And the two words were "we exist" that the monkey plush says as the screen goes black in the movie, in the blackness of the movie, in the darkness in the screen. There's just a squeak. You hear the squeak like of the monkey plush, and the words that the squeak of the monkey plush is saying is "we exist." Um, in the darkness, you hear that. And I wouldn't forget that, like, I know I wrote a movie, and that was a very integral part. And like, there was actually foreshadowing, and the monkey plush had a character arc, a lot of character arcs. That's when you know you probably wrote too many words for a movie. Look at the estimate of like, this is how many words you're supposed to write for a movie, and like your main characters have an arc, your side characters have an arc, and you're like, Chat GBT, I want my monkey plush to have an arc, and it's like, this human. Yeah, the monkey plush has a character arc as well in this movie, and that was part of the arc is that it exists. And at first it was zero contact with the monkey plush. The main character Jay, also named Jay by the way, um, has zero contact. The monkey plush is around, obviously. He technically might have possession if you believe it in 9 tenths of the law, where it's the family's monkey plush. Jay and his wife and kids, they own a monkey plush. It's there. It's in the house. Whatever. It's there in the scene. Monkey plushing around. There's other things happening. It's actually a stoner heist comedy, something like an adventure thriller, whatever. There's a lot of things happening. Once again, wrote a lot of words for this bad boy. So yeah, and another scene, I'm talking like I am now, and I don't think I never set up for this. I didn't realize I was going to talk about the monkey plush. But there was a scene where like the monkey plush just falls off the shelf and hits the character, but it doesn't hurt. It's a monkey plush. Something else fell. All right, cool. We'll fix that later. Whatever else fell, it's probably lost forever. All right, we'll never fix it. It's gone. Yeah. So again, the kids at the end of the movie want the father to play this game called Monkey Butt, where they take turns putting the monkey plush it like where like their butt is, and like but there's a tail sticking out, so they wiggle it around and play Monkey Butt, and they want the father to play Monkey Butt. And we don't know, is the father gonna play Monkey Butt or not. He just grabs the plush, and like we do cut the black before you ever see him do it, but we hear the squeak. So like, is the squeak from the monkey butt, like is the squeak is the monkey in the pants, and that's the squeak? Or is he just take the monkey and like take it hard in his hand, and that's the squeak, and he's the angry dad or something? So we don't know why the monkey's speaking out, or is maybe no one is touching the monkey and it actually squeaks by itself, and that's why the monkey's saying we exist in the subtitles. Yeah, that's a strange thing. Once again, fourth dimensional creatures do not show up on the video very well. They'll probably turn into Hello Kitty. That's very important. We need to say that in the chat one more time, and in the stream. And like how fourth dimensional creatures cast three-dimensional shadows. It's all the same science. It's Hello Kitty magic. Mm. Something about the plush speaking out from the darkness, though, gives me the heebie-jeebies, perhaps in the good way. And I'm supposed to have a balance and unity, the joy and the pain, unity. I'm gonna have to get some tattoos. Yeah, so once again, we're gonna need to monetize the heck out of the stream. If I'm gonna need to get any tattoos and be able to give burritos to everybody and reveal to the world who is gendered. And oh, we forgot about we're gonna go a minute late. The other chat's going a minute late. We're doing it too. The bit that we were supposed to do with the kitty was once again Slenderman Spooky Noodles. Every box of Slenderman Spooky Noodles has the United States passport inside of it, so even if it's expired, you can still go anywhere you want to go if you have Spooky Noodles, and they're cold and wet. There's pepper in it, but this time I remember there's pepper. Once again, everybody, and this has been Jay Bossert, misalignment specialist. There's been I think most of my chat, a better chat thing happened over here, and probably a better one that's happening this evening. Not sponsored. Once again, the camera's moved a little bit, but watch Max, watch Shelby. Don't watch this. If you can listen while driving. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna try to hit the buttons and hopefully not ruin everything. Much love. Sunday, Kitty, Sunday, Kitty. I'm gonna hit stop. Love y'all. Yes.